which is Lives I've Lived. Olga.
Imagine a girl living in a small coal mining town in northern Russia. In the winter, when there was nothing around but the snow, the blackest night which almost never ended, and the whole wind, she imagined that she was in a spaceship rushing through the roofless, indifferent, cold universe. She didn't have a lot of friends made of bone and flesh. Instead, most of her friends were just piles of paper sewn or glued together with irregular ink spots on them. They allowed her to escape and to get carried away from bullying classmates. Parents focused on little else but surviving in the 90s in Russia, and just the mundanity of small town life, which gave no food for thought and imagination. That girl was Albert Einstein, of course. Well, jokes aside, I don't really identify with that girl anymore. My life has changed dramatically. For starters, I exchanged my small town located somewhere in the middle of tundra for a vibrant megapolis that never sleeps, or so they say. I have much more human friends now, and I don't really need escape drug anymore. Still, and I haven't felt little, helpless or unimportant for a long time now. Still, books remain the constant part of the landscape of my life. Recently, I've been re-examining why do I read at all? Why do I read fiction? I mean, after all, in this world of faster, higher, stronger, with this constant pressure to increase efficiency in our lives, why do we need to care for some invented characters? Well, as a child I read, as I said, to escape and also to explore. For the moment, I don't need the former. I don't need anesthesia for my life. However, I'm still interested in exploring. But apart from my childhood, where I would jump on this roller coaster of emotions, today I'm interested more in subtle nuances of feelings and of other people's motivations. But how do we learn about life? Well, we learn it from interacting with the world. And books give us an immense opportunity to live not one life, but thousands of lives. I've lived as a creature of different species. I've lived as a person of other genders, sexual identity, age, social position. I've been rich and poor. I roamed streets of 19th century London slums, or ancient Greens, or even Moon. I've been able-bodied. I've had superpowers. I've been disabled. All those lives I lived, they allowed me to feel the emotions that I've never encountered in real life. Reading also taught me empathy. I won't dwell much on the importance of empathy. However, empathy, living other lives allow us to sympathize with other people. For example, I've never faced dilemma like Anna Karenina did, like having to choose between child and your and social acceptance on the one hand and love on the other hand. But still, people that live in loveless marriages because of children exist. Women still can get expelled from their families in some parts of our lives. If they choose to marry or to be with the man their family doesn't approve of. Gay people, even in Russia, face social ostracism for loving whom they love. And by reading, I understand the feelings of those people being in the situation where I haven't been myself. One thing I also love about reading is that it affects the way we feel, we perceive things, and then when it affects multiple people, this all becomes a landslide which brings up important social changes. Charles Dickens and Émile Zola's novels inspired social justice movements of the 19th century. One Day of Ivan Denisovich by Alexander Solzhenitsyn did strike a blow on the Soviet myth, especially in the West. And then Solzhenitsyn's Gulag Archipelago is perceived one of the reasons to destroy this myth altogether. By the way, Gulag Archipelago is not only, apart from palace statistics, this is also a marvelous collection of stories of human suffering, but also triumphs of human spirit. That's why it's captivating to read even nowadays. And Uncle Tom's Uncle Tom's Cabin is another book by Garrett Beecher Stone, which changed public perception of slavery and was one of the reasons of the abolition of slavery later in the USA. So reading keeps me in awe, because it's wonderful how these tiny spots of ink on paper or pixels on your monitor or sound bites in your headphones, they bring you into different world in a snap. They change, they allow you to empathize with other people, with experience that you've never had yourself. And reading is what makes me now feel that little girl again, the one that is rushing in a spaceship of her mind.
We're going to